Deportation is hitting harder on Somalians. After they come out to say they are not scared, they have rights as well in Minnesota. After they came out to say, oh, Somalia, the meaning of Minnesota, why they say mini and Sota. That meaning means home and Sota means come back, or no, Sota means she is home. Like, it's not even clicking, it's not even adding up. After they made mouths on several occasions that there is nothing Americans can do, that no matter how hard Americans try, they are going to stay in Minnesota. So deportation is not hitting hard on them. And the ironic part of it is, as they are getting deported, African countries are not even willing to take them. They are telling them, go back to what you are running from. American brought you people to America because of, one, there was this war that was going on in your country. So it gives you guys opportunity for a lot of you to a lot of your parents to bet you there, and they gave you all of the opportunities. But you choose to take the opportunities for granted. The only thing you're not doing now is to make it look as if you are the one doing all of the job. Without you, Americans will not survive. Knowing fully well that they are fraud attached, it is just a whole lot when you start calculating what these Somalians have literally been doing in America. And now that the deportation is hitting harder, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sonia. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. And credits belong to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. This is just for educational purpose. For those of you that keep saying that I'm laughing on people's suffering, please, I do not laugh people's suffering. I just love it when people are getting farful, okay? When they said America is not a good place, they're the one that is doing all of the job, but still they can't go back to their country. That's the problem where I am having, right? But anyways, let's just dive into this video. I'll be back with commentaries. Let's go watch, guys.
This is all I know.
I was only 3 years old when I came, and this is my home, and this has got to stop.
I'm not scared. So I'm citizen. I'm happy. I'm United States. I brought up America. I'm happy. So why you asking me? Some guys asking me, give me basmati, give me a green card. Why? Why you asking me?
Almost every Somali person living here is a citizen.
There's more than 100,000 Somalis in Minnesota. Roughly 84,000 reside in the metro. The journey from Somalia started decades ago.
My family immigrated here to Minneapolis, to Minnesota in 1993. As my father says, we came to a cold place, but we found people with warm hearts.
My parents wanted to provide us a good opportunity for us to chase after that American dream, right?
Many fleeing from civil war, crossing continents for a chance to build something, a chance for their children. For Sumaya Mahmoud, her parents' struggle paved the way for her to shine. Despite the rhetoric, she's grateful to be Somali and American.
One thing they taught me was resilience and not letting, other people's perception of you limit what you can do for yourself. I was born in Kenya, and then I grew up here, started kindergarten, K through 12, all the way up to college here in Minnesota. So.
Yo, Minnesota was promised to us Somalis 3,000 years ago. And if you disagree, you're an anti-Kushite bigot and you need help immediately. Also, if you read Genesis 12:3, it says that those who bless Somalis will be blessed, and those who try to harm them will bring harm upon themselves. I didn't say that. Genesis 12:3. Just saying.
The state of Minnesota is the home of the Somali people, in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious, and historical right to self-determination.
A lot of white nationalists are really upset about Somali immigration to Minnesota for some reason. But the thing is, Minnesota is the homeland of the Somali people, and it was promised to us 3,000 years ago. In fact, one of the founding documents of the state of Minnesota is literally codifying into law that Somali people have self-determination on that land. As it states very plainly in the basic law in Minnesota, the land of Minnesota is the historical homeland of the Somali people, in which the state of Minnesota was established. The state of Minnesota is the home of the Somali people, in which it fulfills its natural, cultural, religious, and historical right to self-determination. The right to exercise self-determination in the state of Minnesota is unique to the Somali people. The state views the development of Somali settlement as a national value and will act to encourage and promote its establishment and consolidation. So that's the end of the debate. The only people who have the right to self-determination in Minnesota are Somalis. Somalis have a cultural tie to the land. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago, and we have the right to go back to our homeland. If anybody wants to help me pay for Aliyah to my homeland, please help me out.
The name Minnesota actually stems from two Somali words. One being Minan, which comes from the southern dialect of Somalia, which means home. And the second is Sota, which is like, Sota, there she is. Home, there she is, Minnesota. So technically, we actually are the native.
A $250 million fraud scheme. Already 77 people, many of them Somali immigrants, have been charged in one of the largest taxpayer-funded scams in U.S. history. Minnesota, home to the largest Somali community in America, has become the center of this massive investigation. This is the Feeding Our Future scandal, a pandemic-era scheme in which defendants allegedly stole over $250 million meant to provide meals for low-income children. Instead of feeding kids, prosecutors say the money went toward luxury homes, high-end cars, jewelry, overseas transfers, and an entire network of shell companies. According to the DOJ, the conspirators submitted fake invoices, fabricated meal counts, and even staged photos to make it look like they were serving millions of meals that never existed. In some cases, they claimed to feed more children than lived in entire neighborhoods. A federal jury found Amy Bach, the founder of Feeding Our Future, and Salim Ahmed Saeed guilty of conspiracy, bribery, wire fraud, money laundering. Federal officials say more arrests may still be coming.
But it is not only Kenya that deports Somali refugees. Saudi Arabian authorities had by March this year repatriated more than 12,000 Somali refugees. Mohammed Hirmungi, CCTV.
Now, these are the same people that claim that they can't be deported. Are you seeing? These are the same people God. Honestly, this Somalian, they are really taking their time to have the biggest wake-up call. Let's just continue with this video.
Thousands of Somalians living in Minnesota are currently deported from United States of America. But before this mass deportation began, something happened. I want you to first of all pay attention and see these people's mindset from their own statement and judge for yourself whether they deserve to remain in America or be deported. Because the number one criteria or the qualification for any individual to remain in a country is to be a law-abiding citizen. You must give maximum respect and regard to the Constitution or the law of the land for you to be in that land. Otherwise, you are not qualified to be in that country in the first place. Listen.
During an interview, some Somalians living in Minnesota said they prefer Sharia law over American law. This has caused some Americans to express concerns about the difference in legal preferences.
My neighborhood of Minneapolis. Do you feel more comfortable living under American law, or do you feel more comfortable living under Sharia law?
Sharia law. Sharia law, yes. I'm a Muslim, I prefer Sharia law.
You prefer Sharia law over American law?
Of course, yeah. Of course, yeah.
Now this is where it gets interesting. She was asked whether it is right to punish someone who insults Prophet Muhammad. Listen carefully to what she said.
He can make his daughter marry somebody.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can. He has the authority, you know?
The authority to that.
Yeah, to do that, yeah.
So here, how young do you think it's okay?
Yeah, 15.
Is it right to kill somebody who insults Muhammad?
Yeah, because she is just, she had the religion, I understand. But she shouldn't pick up the Prophet, you know?
Now, this is why some Americans were not happy with the statement they made. People feel that if you're living in someone else's country, a country that welcomed you, offered you safety, freedom, and opportunities, then it's expected that you follow that country's laws. That's what some Americans find frustrating. They believe that while everyone should be free to practice their beliefs, the laws of the land should still apply. Others have a calmer view. They say this doesn't need to cause conflict. If someone feels that American law doesn't align with their beliefs, then perhaps the best thing is to live in their home country, in this case, Somalia, where they can practice Sharia law peacefully, without interfering with anyone else. So here's the question for you. Do you think people should be allowed to follow Sharia law in the community where they live, or should they follow the laws of the country they're living in? This is for educational purposes. Note hate. every opinion is accepted.
If American law is not acceptable to you as a Muslim, why don't you remain in Muslim country rather than going over there to cause trouble? Remain in Muslim country where you can practice Sharia law and enjoy it. But they say no, they all prefer to live in non-Sharia country. But when they go over there, they keep making problem. All right, we want to send you back to the place where you will practice Sharia law. Now, watch and see what will happen.
Don't be, man. Move back. Out the way, boys. I think I live here 20 years.
We'll talk about it downtown. Keep moving.
My grandchildren at home. I was going to the
Sir,
store.
watch your head getting in.
Please.
Head down.
You
Step.
see, they don't want to go back to their countries. They don't want to go back to their countries where they can practice Sharia law freely without any disturbance. What precisely does Muslims want? If I may ask you, what exactly does Muslims want? They don't want to live in their Sharia country. They want to live in non-Sharia country like America and UK. And they will not enter there and remain quiet. They will enter there and still want to impose Sharia law on them. The same thing that destroyed the place where they left. The same thing that destroyed their home, they want to impose it on others. So, in other words, what Islam is doing is this: moving from desert, destroying a green land, and when they have eventually destroyed that green land, they will look for another green land to enter, going and destroying. Jesus Christ said that the enemy only came to steal, to kill, and to destroy. And by their fruit you shall know them. The world needs to open their eyes to the words of Jesus Christ, that these are words of wisdom. By their fruit you shall know them. If you want peace for the world, avoid Islam. We love Muslims, but that radical ideology, that pathetic ideology is not acceptable to me and to the world. For peace, you must do away with that pathetic ideology.
So you mean to tell me that no African country wants the silly Malians? I was just watching, I don't even know what I was watching, but they said if certain African countries allow Somalians to come to their country, they're going to go to the streets because they don't want the Somalians. They don't want the Somalians in their country. Silly Malians. I thought y'all was the best. I thought y'all was smart. I thought y'all had that good hair. I thought y'all had that good nose. They don't want you in other African countries. They said go back to Mogadishu. Go back to silly Malia. Why don't y'all want to go back to silly Malia? So none of the other African countries want Somalians that are getting deported from the United States and other places.
Anyways, welcome back, guys. And honestly, see, even if Trump don't want to deport anybody, Trump should deport Somalians. They should deport them. It is in Somalia that you don't have one church. One church. They are strictly Muslim. The same Somalians will still come and brag that they will take over Minnesota and nothing will happen. Now, the same Somalia that ran away from their own country and became refugees in America back in those days because of Sharia law will literally tell you they want Sharia law. Different interviews, countless interviews, and when you ask them, they will tell you, yeah, they want Sharia law. That same thing you fled away from your country, that same thing that was draining your generation and your ancestors, that made you move, you still want it. In another man's country, in a land that another man has built, in a land that Black Americans suffered, you want Sharia law. They will say it bluntly. And you know something that is amazed, or why I'm amazed about some of this Somalia, is the fact that a lot of them that said they are even bred and brought up because of they have this archaic Somalians mentality, they still cannot speak fluently like someone that grew up in the US. That is why a lot of people are not, a lot of people are happy that these people are getting deported, because these people, they have done a lot. Somalians have done a lot. If I bring out a chapter of daycare, you are going to be amazed over how many. I think one that I saw, over $146 million, and they have no account for it. All of the monies that they've been looting, where are they taking them to? They still cannot make their country a better place. It is now more sad. I saw in one particular news where their own president is even saying he's not even going to accept them to Somalia. That he's not going to welcome them to Somalia. Imagine African's country rejecting them, because at the end of the day, if the way we are seeing America as one smart, good country, and these people can defraud, are you going to talk about my country where already the bases are on? That means they will come and wipe everything out of this country within a blink of an eye. Within a blink of an eye. I'm not happy that they are getting deported, because yes, deportation can be hard on every single person, because yes, deportation is not good to experience. I'm not happy, to be honest. But I'm happy that that same place they said is not good for them, that same place they are claiming, they are sitting with their full chest and assuming that they own the place, is where they have to live so that the owners can take care of the place. Minnesota is just messed up. Minnesota is messed up with these Somalians. A lot of Americans have come here to say a lot of things online, what is happening in Minnesota. Even to the point that when you patronize their business, they still have this rude, nonchalant attitude. And for the fact that Somalians have the guts, the audacity, the temerity, and the effrontery to say, no, we are not blacks. Somalians are not blacks. Somalians are Arabs. Why not go to all these Arabic country? Go to all this Arabic country and go and claim your destination there. The only people that gave you guys shelter that you are supposed to respect, love, they will tell you Americans are lazy. Americans are not identity. We do the work. We do the this. We do the that. In fact, we cannot even go anywhere because we are the builders. You are good in building. Go build your country. You want Sharia law, go have it in your country. This deportation thing should not be hitting hard on people. By now, I should have been seeing Somalians happy that, oh, finally I'm going back to my country because I've been willing to go to my country. Because America is this important to you, and you are behaving the way you're behaving, then you are not trying. Honestly. Guys, let me know what you think in the comment section, and credits belong to the original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Do it, subscribe, like this video, drop me your comments, and lastly, do not forget to share for every other person to get this good news. I want to say a very big thank you to every single one of you liking, commenting, sharing my videos, dropping super thanks. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are absolutely... Thank you so much for staying still and hook with me to the end of this video. And yes, with that being said, with no further ado, I do like I always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying bye, and I'll see you guys in my next one. For now, bye guys. I love you guys. Mwah.